How's it going, Jimmy?
I'm alright, how are you?
Doing well. So, what brings you in tonight?
Well, I've been having I've been feeling really anxious and kind of jittery lately. Just like a little bit of depression too.
A little jittery, depression.
Yeah, it's been a hard month for me, and this transitions to grad school has been difficult, and I feel like it's not going to get better for a while, and I've been working a lot more, and it makes me really tired.
Okay. So, you're working a lot, and that's sounds like it's causing some anxiety about schoolwork, about grad school.
Yeah, about getting everything done that I need to, and it's difficult to balance everything because I have a lot going on right now.
Okay. Okay. So, I want to go back. You mentioned depression. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's just feeling like I have like clouds in my head, and it's just like it's hard to concentrate, and it just makes everything a little more difficult, you know.
Okay. And you mentioned that you're having a hard time focusing, and there's a lot more work. You're having to work more.
Yeah. I mean, I can focus on work because it's really easy, but schoolwork's harder. Like in class, I get distracted easily, and I can't just relax. I get really tense and pent up kind of, jittery.
And I see it. I see as you're talking about that, the tightening of the chin and really rigid position.
Yeah, I think it's part of the transition, but it's definitely feels different than undergrad. It's very different. I'm a different person now, and I'm not sure why it's so different.
You mentioned you're a different person.
Yeah, I've gone through a lot the last couple of years, and really changed a lot as a person, grown a lot, and I think a lot of the stuff in class I can really relate to, and so it triggers me a lot. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know what to say or how to act, because I've experienced a lot of the things that we talk about in class.
So it sounds like the material in your class is really bringing up issues, or not issues, but things
Yeah.
that you've experienced in your life.
Yeah, and I kind of worry that if someone finds out, then I'll be uncovered and be like, yeah, that's what I thought. You don't belong.
Sure.
You have too many problems to be in this program, something like that. And that's something I do as well. I just assume negative things.
Give me 1 second, okay? I need to
Get your book.
just write down a few things.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say you need to get your cake.
My cake.
Oh,
Yeah, that would have been nice. So, what makes you think that, or what impression are you getting from your classmates to think that they may feel like this about you?
It's not necessarily them. It's the higher ups in the program find out like my life story and like not be okay with it, and like they'll reject me. But I guess I worry about like some of the classmates, like if they knew the things I've been through and like how like intimate I am with the subject matter that we're studying, they might get freaked out,
And so your main concern is not so much about the classmates as much as the faculty finding out that, like you said, uncovering you, finding out who you really are, and then not being, I guess, adequate for the program. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I kind of see them like on this like pedestal, like up there, like looking down at me and stuff, and it's hard for me as well because I have like a teaching background, and it's hard to just sit back and be a student. I want to like take over like the classroom sometimes and like be like, this is how it should be and stuff, and it's just really hard. So there's a number of ways that where it makes me like uncomfortable in class or anxious.
Okay, so you mentioned that you're a teacher and you used to teach, and that there are times where you feel like you want to take control of the class. How can you harness that to your benefit?
I think that it's important for me it's important for me to be careful that I don't like just overwhelm the teachers, because I want to respect them and stuff. But I mean, I think it wouldn't hurt just to like maybe like say like one thing, like what if we did this, in class, because I know that there's things we can do that would help the class learn and stuff. So I mean, maybe I could just voice my opinion and kind of get it out there a little more, because it kind of just keeps going over and over in my body or in my mind, this thought. It's not really producing me, it's not productive. It's just like an anxiety.
So it sounds like you have something that you can contribute to the class, and do you feel that that would bring your anxiety down?
Yeah, I think it would. But I just worry about like the teacher getting mad, being like, don't tell me how to teach. Because I guess if I was a teacher, I wouldn't really mind, as long as like the student came like humbly and like wasn't like, you're doing this wrong. Just like be constructive. Because I'm always wanting to improve as in anything I do.
Okay.
And I'd hope that like teacher that I'm working with would be the same way.
Okay. So I'm getting back to teaching, and I'm really focusing on this because it sounds like something you're very passionate about.
Yeah.
Something that has been going around in your head. And so that tends, when it's circling there, it tends to bring out anxiety in us. And you mentioned that. And so what ways can you address it to the teacher that you would like to contribute more to the class?
You can do it through email or like just seeing him after class, and like, because I do think I do have something unique in that, I'm like thoroughly trained in that, and I'm passionate about it, and yeah, it could help. And then the other hard thing is like, it's hard to invest a lot in the classes because they're so short. So that's another thing that makes me anxious. And that's not something I excel at, is continuous change.
Okay. All right. And so the length of the class, what is the length? What are you looking at as far as how short are they?
It's just 2 months.
2 months. Okay. So, yeah, 2 months by really fast. So, I guess what I'm trying to think of is trying to minimize your anxiety, because when we get anxious, we tend to start thinking other things and start getting depressed about it. And so how to minimize that anxiety is my goal.